What's up guys, Thor'S here, S&S Smithing. We're back in the forge, got our new aprons going. So, today we're going to do something simple to get back into things. We're going to forge a Mjolnir pendant, or Thor's hammer pendant if you don't fully know the proper word for it. So we're going to make one of those. I've done a couple of those in the past. There's videos, I'll have them linked throughout the cards and then at the end of the video. But we're going to do one a little bit more traditional. Before I've done kind of modernized techniques like changing a bolt into one. We made little tiny ones for like bracelets and keychains for out of horseshoe nails. Today we're going to start with some 3/8 round bar. We're going to upset the end. We're going to isolate it. We're going to draw that out into our hammer head. We're going to flatten out the neck or handle of the hammer, and then what I have in mind maybe is to try for like the necklace part of it that it goes through, instead of curling it over like most of them usually are. We might try to like punch it and maybe drift open a hole just to give it a little bit more of an organic swell in there. Maybe make it look a little bit tidier. Alright, so I'm going to throw this in the forge. She's been heating up, so let's get at it. Alrighty guys, so we have our 3/8 bar heated up here. We're just going to upset the end a bit. Keep her straight, don't let it pull off a bit. We got a little bit of a long heat, but we let the forge warm up a good bit before we did this, so we'll get most of our upset started here just with the hammer. Basics like this. Next we'll just go to upsetting it on the anvil. Ram our bar against the face of the anvil. Make sure you keep rotating it. And what this does, as we slam it down, it takes our steel and condenses it. And if she starts twisting or bending on you, it's because of the heat or you didn't hit it squarely. Just round her back up a bit here. So, we're starting to thicken up our end here, so that's good. We're going to keep doing that for a bit. And then we're going to isolate that and spread it out into our hammer face. So we'll do that a bit. Alright, so we got a decent bit of thickness there. We don't want this too big, because remember, this is going to be like a pendant to wear, so too much and it's going to be massive. So what we're going to do here, we're going to square this off a bit, and then we're going to start isolating our end here to make it into our hammerhead. Alright, now we're just going to start squaring off our end that we upset there. Alright, there we go. Now we're just going to isolate our head. So, you see we're starting to get our mass isolated up here. So, now we're just going to continue that on down a bit more. Then we'll start flaring out our hammerhead. Alright, so now we're just going to finish isolating our head here. Clean that up a little bit. Yep. Now we can upset this lob a little bit more. and then we'll start drawing it out. So guys, now we have this wedged shape here going on, which is good. And we have a little bit of a taper into the body. So now we can start drawing out from center out this way, center out that way, with our cross peen here. And as we do that, that'll draw out, this is faces of our hammer. Alright, again, we're going to start from center here and start spreading out our outer edges here. I spread out a little uneven there. We'll heat it for another heat, clean that up. Keep going. But now we're starting to spread out our sides and thin it out some. As we do that, we'll start recessing this back again, bring back our corners to give it a little bit of an upsweep. Just to refine our inner curves there a little bit, we're going to set her up on the horn of the anvil, drive down over that ever so slightly. She's starting to get a little thin, so it's going to want to roll in on us now. Take the time, clean her up. We're getting there. Now you see we're getting our shape put in here for our arrow bit almost. We just got to refine this side a little bit, sharpen her up. And then we'll work on necking down the body, getting our bit isolated for our hanging loop. And that'll Alrighty guys, so next thing we're going to do, I'm just going to hook it over the edge of the anvil a little bit. Now that we have our main head shape in there, just going to refine that up, crisp it up a little bit, kind of drive in our hammer shape. I like to have a slight like swoop in the faces of the hammers that come off. So we'll try to do that a little bit. But on these, a lot of it's just up to your creativity, imagination, however you prefer to see them. But the main shaping of the head's basically done at this point, so. Alrighty guys, so that's our basic shape. We gotta slightly bring over our tip a bit to center it up, but that's just a couple little taps this way, and then we'll clean up our body a bit. We'll probably throw a quick little twist on her just to make it look a little nicer there, and then we'll get set up for drifting out our hanging loop. Alright, now we got her. We're gonna draw out the body a wee bit. Knock down these corners. Alright, so there's our basic shape. We're gonna throw a quick twist in her there, and then we're gonna drift out our lanyard hole there, or necklace hole, whatever you'd like to call it, right up in here. And then once that's done, we'll cut it off with the Hardy. I'll take it to belt sander real quick, and then we'll let her heat up through a couple heat cycles, and then we'll wax it and she'll be done. Those are in the vise here, nice and snug. Give her a nice quick twist. Nothing super intricate or counted or anything, so straighten her up at the ankle real quick. There we go, just something to give it a little bit of a little more organic feel to it. Next thing, we're just gonna drift our hole through there, cut her off. Alrighty, so we're gonna lay her on her side here. Find a nice little spot like right about there. Yeah. There we go. Now we're just gonna Alright, so we've got our beginning of our slug set up there, so we'll drift her on through. And then there is our drifted hole. So we'll drift that out a little bit more, clean it up, and then she'll be ready to go off to the Hardy, cut it off. Then I'll wire brush it real quick and then we'll wax it. All drifted out nice and clean. We have our twist in there. Straighten her all up, make sure it's all in line. Yep. Next thing, we're just going to throw her in for the Hardy, cut her off. Alright, now we're going to cut it off with the Hardy, so I'm going to cool this off so we don't mess up our newly drifted hole. Just a little bit up past it here. And layer over our hot cut. Cut through, didn't mean to do all that, but that'll work. Sit the hot bar side, that way it's safe. Take out our Hardy, I'll go get that. Alrighty, so there's our Mjolnir pendant. Got twisted and we just got her cut off there. A little bit of rag to take out, but you can do that with a hot file, regular file, grinder, whatever. Our hole did get a little misshapen there, so what I'm going to do real quick off camera, I'm just going to take care of that rag, clean it up a little bit. We'll drift our hole back out so it's nice and clean. I'll scrub her up and then we'll come back for waxing. Now let me get it ready, pull out some wax and we'll wax her down and then she'll be good. Alright, so on this one I'm just using some floor wax here. It's added by the forge to warm up a bit first, and we're using just an old glove to wax it, so she's still a little warm. Alrighty guys, there she is in all her finished glory, waxed up. You can see we have our twist right in there, our drifted hole. Nice simple little Thor's hammer pendant. Easy to do, no fancy tools required. Alrighty guys, so here's our Mjolnir pendant, all done. You can throw her on a keychain, necklace, whatever. Our nice clean hole there for our lanyards. Our organic twist we put in there. Not bad for a simple project after a little while's away. So we're back in the forge, we're doing welding videos now. I'm hoping to keep this train going. So guys, let's stick around for this together. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And as always guys, remember, forge your fate.